At least he's got the Midas. This is Midas on cooldown. That's the real. Yeah. Always going to be 50 seconds up. Stuff here. Side of Monkey Business top lane. He's there as well. Get some here against. It's away to the camp. TP out. Let's keep it safe. Lotus farm. Is that the good? Yes, it is. So he's got the mech now.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from the build we saw Big Daddy go. Obviously, I think he went like treads minus the negatives.
I've seen a lot of variation on the name.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of one of those heroes that you build based on what your team is supposed to do. So in this game, I think he feels that his team is meant to really 5-man, because if he's 5-man against Slark and Night Stalker and Epic, you're gonna probably get picked off. They have very good mobility between those three heroes, and they're great in small-scale fighting. You can see a potential dive here on the low.
Both to Loader. Loader has got back up, he's coming, but is it going to be there quick enough? Jumping straight in, Big Daddy. Loader trying to fight against it now with the back there. Look at the team, onto Moon. Moon trapped by the town. Shadow Break will get cast in time. Moon trying to walk away. Big Daddy now in a bit of trouble. There's going to be the side straight onto Moon. He's down after 60 seconds. But looking for Big Daddy, and they're going to get him as well. That's going to be the second kill here decided by Alliance as they perfectly turn around. Again, the Monkey Business were looking to execute onto Loader.
That was a perfect reaction, and it almost seemed like Alliance had a pretty good idea of what was going to happen, because S4 was pretty much on point, was right there, got the lasso off, dragged him out of the tower, and sure they get the two very important kills. I believe one of them was also a Reaper. The Night Stalker.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Miracle, how's his farm looking? He's got 1600 gold on himself down. He's going to pick up the Shadow Amulet. So trying to find that early Shadow Blade. But I mean, once we got the Shadow Blade on this slug, who are you to try and pick up on the side of Alliance? Because I feel there's quite a few targets that you don't really want to just jump on.
Well, you probably can't kill Loda because he has Flag. You can maybe kill Ake and S4. It's probably the easiest targets for you to kill. Because even though you can Firefly, you can't like force that or anything. Just fix that up. So you have the damage
Dire's
uptime,
middle
and that's the
tower
most
is under
important.
attack.
The other heroes are just way tanky. Like Bristleback has his passive, don't want to hit that. Tusk can snowball, and then you pretty much lose all your attack time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's a mech that loaded this, so you takes too long. So yeah, there's not really too many great targets that he can catch up on his own. But say for instance Big Daddy is there, and they just go in, then yeah, you're probably gonna kill.
It's all. That's got the Flash available. Just pulling us out. Top lane, Gale. Tickle the back of Bristle. Nice to have a free top. Big Daddy just linked. Try and get it. Top this tier 1. Has to fly there on the side with the back. Just getting himself out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's just gonna tickle back to me in a second. Step and push the down. This Venom, not in. But then, continues to try and find this tier 1, but you really see Alliance commit a lot. So S4 is there, will reveal himself. Searing chains. Once again. This tier 1. Time, top lane. Tickled over. Staying in the lane this one. Teams just kind of avoiding each other, playing around them. No one really yet to look for any kind of super aggressive gank. It changed now. It does have the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit anxious for Alliance too. Like, when I see a passive game, I'm always going to think that Monkey Business are getting the better of it. Even if their heroes aren't necessarily farming as quickly, their heroes scale better. So, every time that Alliance isn't making use of their lasso when it's off cooldown, I just feel like Monkey Business are getting out a little ahead. But here comes S4. Wants ready to do something.
He wants to find Miracle behind him. And now S4 blinking in. Miracle might try and turn to the Shadow Blade for a reveal and straight onto S4. S4 trying to get himself out of there, but the Pound's holding in place. Will still be able to get away with the Flame Break. Pushing back Miracle, so S4 lucky to live through that one.
Middle tower is under attack.
Know that the Shadow Blade is now out on the Slark. And off the back of that, Alliance grouped up as 4, so they'll just try and take this tier 1 from the top lane.
It's a good call. When you have 5 people up, You might as well just go for the objective if you're gonna find the pick. It was actually very close to S4
Radiant
just getting
structures are
killed
fortified.
there. If it is second void.
Dyer's top tower
Sure, I
is
think
under
it was 3
attack.
seconds. Getting this tower is a step in the right direction. You got the
Radiant's
Crimson
bottom
Guard up on
tower is
Bulldog now.
under
17
attack.
minutes in, not bad.
Yeah.
Dyer's
Miracle.
top tower has fallen.
Do you want to try and jump on someone here? He's all on his own.
Maybe
Radiant's
wait till
middle
he
tower
gets
is
out.
And now the
under
loader's
attack.
gone, he's going to try for Ake here. Bulldog moving in, and well, Miracle's going to get away with that one. Gets himself a kill. Will get caught up by the stun, but got the Shadow Dance off in time. Bulldog Minos trying to chase him now. S4 wrapping around as well. They do have a lasso available. Now that the Dark Bug's down, they might use it if they want to secure it, they will. Make sure that they get the kill onto Miracle. Bringing it home takes them a bit of effort. But a big kill nonetheless, they do find it. 50 seconds now down for Miracle, and that's going to be the 4-star complete rest for on his back.
I don't think Miracle assumed that S4 was still in the air. I thought he went back to something like that. And you can even see they have aggressive wards, so he probably would have spotted S4 pretty quickly if he were to tell
Bit
him.
of a hurry.
He decided to go for the big play, get a kill and try to get out. I think maybe he used his Shadow Dance a bit preemptively.
Dyer's middle
Because he had to
tower
use
is
it
under
right
attack.
away. As soon as the snowball was coming in, just wanted
Radiant
to stop
structures are
damage in
fortified.
Alliance. Gonna abuse the fact that he's dead.
Radiant's bottom
Pushing
tower
into this
is
middle
under
tier 1 right now. They
attack.
do have another clip.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
15 seconds still on the slur.
It's going to be more time here to finish up this tower. Lane Big Daddy continued to play very
Dyer's middle
aggressively.
tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
5 Alliance certainly with the top of the net worth is still Miracle on his slug. Just see what he opts for the Shadow Blade. Is this a
Radiant's
game because
bottom
of the Bristle
tower
back
is
and
under
such?
attack.
He goes straight for the Silver Edge and there's your answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's looking for that Silver Edge. It's going to be a massive lasso when it is indeed straight onto Miracle. He's going to be 80 seconds of death for the slug at just 19 minutes in. That's going to be a bit of a kicker, Andy.
So the thing that I really like about the Necrophos in this draft is pretty much what we just saw. A lot
Dyer's
of the time
top
when we saw
tower is
Necro
under
earlier,
attack.
there wasn't really a way to pull somebody so far out of position that you could get that Reaper sight off in an ideal world, right? Like finding the pick opportunity is a lot harder, and that's also why when we saw Big Daddy play it, he went blank, because he wants to be able to get to his target to use the Reaper. But in this game, the
Dyer's
target
top
gets to come to
tower
him,
is
and
under
S4 is just
attack.
going to deliver it to him and silver platter and be like, here's a Reaper target, please.
Dyer's top tower has
That
fallen.
reap benefit. So they get the two safe lane for free. Keep business not able to really contest at all. And they are trying to pressure other lanes, but realize that Alliance are already kind of so they can't linger. They still have some aggressive warding up, so maybe they want to pick. Very dangerous thing to do.
Lineups has been crippled, and now with Big Daddy moving in as well, Monkey Business will find themselves a kill there onto the Tusk. S4 coming in as well with the backup of Ake, the Drain Frost available. So they decide to try and fly into this one. Loader has now arrived as well. Reaper's side still on cooldown. S4 is going to try and lead in here with the Sun. So on this move back in off, they found the tower. Nice for forcing forward. Hit it right things forward. Will get the last touch straight onto Moon. Dragging it back between the water. Shadow Grave comes out to the Reaper's side. It's going to be averted, so it's a good job hitting the Moon. It's going to be dead, but not for as long as Alliance may have liked to do, able to get that off.
Yeah, that was definitely a slow reaction. He could have very easily canceled cast that. As soon as the grave comes out, you're just like, just wait it out. Because the damage isn't dealt until the scythe actually hits anyway, so it's like 1 second left. You can even... Still gets the kill, not the end of the world. It's 30-second less res timer though. One thing about the Alliance team too, is a little bit of damage here. It's gonna go Spirit though. But the team is not really so good at killing Roche except for the Bristle. And I guess they have Sigil too, so maybe it's not as bad as I originally. Monkey Business team is... They need like a Vlad's on somebody, I think. Please.
Let's see, it's Ancients here from the side of Monkey Business. That's Big Daddy Ake loaded there as well. They've not got the Reaper scythe available here. Luxel will be able to run it back. So he gets himself out. With the smoke up on the side of Monkey. This is they're looking for the wraparound onto Alliance to catch them off guard. Leading in onto S4, he does get the Firefly out, force something away. Can he get himself up to the high ground? Bulldog's turned up now with the rest of the gang. Ake will fall, but he gets the chain frost off.
Radiant's top
We
tower
flying
is
Crit,
under
Crit's gonna
attack.
TV straight out. Glide will pay with his life. Now with his shot beautifully blocking in Crit. He turns around with the Gale, but that's all it's gonna be. Will go down as well. So get themselves to lose that K there on the ledge. But Alliance are gonna be happy with this smoke. Didn't achieve anything.
I mean, it's less than not even achieving, they just died. I mean, that's pretty much the opposite of what you want to happen when you smoke, but here comes Alliance. They use that goo, and the Sigil are going to try to go for Roshan here. Full support's dead. Business, so they are not looking to miss. I guess for now, I mean, Alliance still have a
Radiant's top tower is
got a
under
pretty good
attack.
advantage.
Final last on it. Waking it off in time. Scaring about Big Daddy. Yeah, they'll get this Aegis. The next fight as well, Loda has got that ultimate back online.
Radiant's top tower is falling into the Radiant.
Regardless of the fact that they're
Dyer's
scored out
bottom
early, still
tower
keeping
is
himself
under attack.
very well at the top of that board in terms of net worth. Aghanim's well on his way here for he's got the Ogre, got the point booster 1400 towards that 1-2 couple of bits. And that's going to be the Silver Edge now complete. The start. So back Casman is the S and Y there, so he's still going to be relatively tanky, even with passive remove. We'll see if he's able to catch the 7 Alliance still. Roshan attempts to run with the Aegis on Loda, very comfortable position.
The major concern for Alliance is going high ground. So they have Bristle back, it's pretty tanky, does a decent amount of damage. I think
He was going to ignore Loda, yeah. He was just going to hang around mid here with Big Daddy. So here's Big Daddy. Okie dokie doo. Will still get himself out. Loda was hoping for the damage to come through. Finished it off there.
Yeah, I mean, I can see what he's going for.
Yeah.
If that fight happens,
Yeah, oh, that's massive.
yeah, then he can just go straight for tier 2, maybe even pressure to tier 3, but if it fails, then, like, but Scythe isn't too...
Yes.
I think it's 85 seconds.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Hello. Aghanim's on your Venomancer.
Aghanims. So, I've read the change from Poison Nova, where actually what happened
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
But they changed it so it's always 16 seconds. And they also scale the damage differently so that it's
Dyer's
around
middle
the same,
tower has
right? So they
fallen.
nerfed the damage on the non-Aghanims poison, kept the duration at 16 at all levels, and now
Dyer's
the
middle
separate damage
tower
does
is under
110,
attack.
and then it still
Dyer's
lasts for 16
structures are
levels.
fortified.
So I'm not actually sure if that's
Wants to get rid of Crit. Bringing up this poison as much as he can before he dies. He doesn't able to do anything off the back of it. This is an Axe Poison Nova. It is going to tick them down in Alliance. But they don't want to hang around. They have got the regen, of course, the pulse on the mech. Looks like they will be able to just wait it out here. So not too much of a huge issue as Monkey is fighting any kind of fault. Very aggressive blink nonetheless from S4. It does fail.
Yeah, I mean, they forced the Veno to pull that, and they have to end up backing. It doesn't really matter too much. They'll be happy with the tier. They still have pretty much all map control. There's only one tier 2 on the side of Monkey Plus, and it's the buff. So once that is down, then very diligent reporting. And I would really like to see a smoke out of them sometime soon, because I haven't really seen one outside of the where they ended up getting 2 heroes killed. You know, they haven't really been trying to re-establish map control themselves. They've more or less just been letting Alliance do what they want and always come to them.
That's so something else to offer to these pushes when they bring. So what about the cause miracle on top of the Silver Edge? Still 50. He needs to get next on the slot. He needs to tank up this game. What does he think?
I think the typical Scotty Basher is okay. I think also getting BKB is fine. You don't really want to get Reapered ever. And I mean, that's like the scariest thing for Hero. It's the one thing on the team outside of Batrider that just guarantees he is in a crap load of trouble. If he gets Reapered and there's Aghanims at some point in the game, that's a 2-minute death timer. Or Slark is supposed to be that hero who can just get in and out of fights over and over again, and just keep coming back in full HP and killing a hero, then going out, coming full HP and killing somebody else. You can't do that if you get Reapered. So, for his sake, I think a little bit of HP. BKB Danny's good, Scotty's good, even Lincoln's good. There is a bristle, but most of the time you have to assume that you're stopping the initiation.
Lions are ready to go. 27 minutes in. Now knocking on tier 3. Daddy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sliding finish. Hasn't got the items to do the damage. Did off that maelstrom.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Business could do to stop that miracle was Peter coming from the back side. To make himself make his way back to the base. As he overextended, Lions have a very complicated position at the moment. Just hitting onto the tier, onto the right. Oh, that's an onto the Reaper back to the center of North. This comes out. Reaper side comes in, but the shallow grave is there. Move on for the initial instance, but almost certainly will still go down, and he does. That's going to be the first casualty. AK getting lows. Miracle's trying to chase it down. Will kill the Lich. Load up with the right clicks onto Fly. By hitting up Crit. Now they're going to chase down Miracle. If they can kill this Snarl, this will be a huge kill here for the side of Alliance. Crit is able to find the kill onto Minus. Miracle trying to jump away with the flame break. Bring them back down. Has the kill. Can he get us to run? Bulldog will finish him off. Side of it soon chase. Holding Bulldog and Loader in place. Trying to move it in with Crit as well. We'll get the Gale onto Loader. But we don't really turns around there with the Shiva's gone. Now with the right click. Big Daddy with the slide of fist. Now with the flame break. Bring Big Daddy into the center at all. Bulldog give the right click. The shallow grave from Fly. Keeping Big Daddy alive. He's not going to manage to get himself out into the slide of fist dodge. It doesn't matter. Will still fall. Crit and Fly, the only ones left alive in the base here. Lions did lose 2.
Radiant's top tower
Still going to feel
is under
confident
attack.
hanging around with the push here. Bulldog, Loader, and S4, the 3 cores are all still alive.
God, how did they actually live through that poison Nova? I mean, 2 of them ended up dropping to Crit's damage, but the fact that they're still kind of sitting
Dire's
around
middle
here and
barracks
able to
have
get even the
fallen.
rain tracks is a bit of a surprise.
Need to try and go for S4. No, he's going to give him a bit of a void. It's going to be less. That's going to be a BKB now to S4.
Dire's
S4's
bottom
playing
tower is under
pretty
attack.
huge every time, kicking off the fight and catching Monkey Business off guard when Monkey Business themselves are waiting for the right time to jump in on the defense, and S4 says, we're starting the fight now.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, I
is
mean,
under
he's been the
attack.
selfless mid-bat rider player. 1, 0, and 10. He is like all assists right now. Yeah, he's just finding the opportunities for picks and helping his team just push in. So, really great stuff coming in here from game 1 out of Alliance. There were some doubters. You know, I even agreed to agree that their mid-game lineup for Monkey Business was crazy strong, assuming they could get out of the laning phase okay. And it seems like Alliance did well enough in that regard to keep themselves in a pretty good spot. Being 1 rain tracks down though, not the end of the world for Monkey Business at all. They just have to get like maybe 1 or 2 items more on the Ember Spear and on the Slark. And first time in a while, they're going to take the initiative here. They've smoked up. Try to find somebody.
See what they leading the way into Loader, sending closer to the east. To find this, but they're there. Lions on 2 away, but they keep themselves safe. They're going to get better shots. Field to Bulldog, maybe not the ideal target to start on. Now Loader wants him with the Shiva's gun. It's a nice poison over here by Crit. Crit will get taken out of the shadow. Keeping himself alive there. No one to die as of yet. Now with the Big Daddy in place. Nova was fast, but it doesn't matter because the Loader, the Alliance, they just want to continue going. They're not scared of this damage at this point. They're on the side, on to Fly. Dead for 78 seconds. They did lose Ake amongst it all. Cool. You know, with Moon, I don't think he does. 4 Heroes of Alliance hitting themselves up rather nicely. And again, we're seeing a situation. S4, see if he can do it. Daddy gets himself an but does get out. I mean, this axe, it just doesn't seem to be doing enough against Alliance's lineup. The Venom just doesn't seem to have that much impact with the damage that he does.
Well, the thing is, he is actually doing the majority of damage in the team.
I guess it's, the rest of his team.
But most of the time, it's like his damage and then a couple of slight
Dire's
assists.
structures
But
are
Miracle's
fortified.
not really able to stay in the fight for that long because he doesn't have the item progression quite yet. Like I said, he needs more time. He needs more items. And No Tail's pretty much the same way. He gets lassoed, pulled back in, forced out. Melee rack should be dropping here in favor of Alliance, and
Dire's
Monkey Business
middle
now
barracks have
down a
fallen.
full lane. They still have a tier 2 bottom, so that's okay for their top tier 3. It's definitely next on the plane, I feel, unless Roshan spawns in between the time where Alliance decide to go back and heal again, in which case I think Roshan will probably attention. But Alliance, man, they knew very well what their lineup was built for, and they've executed very well.
Let's see what goes on next time. I guess with the plane. AC here?
Well, I like AC a lot, just because they have to deal some kind of physical damage up against his personal back, up against the net cost as well. And the other thing is, playing against a team with a lance, so not having any minus armor or nothing to offset the lance is kind of a good. This is troublesome.
But to be honest, he's maybe, you know, misjudged a few against the shallow grave, but overall, he's hit some pretty big elements, and I feel it's been the most effective Necro performance we've seen. Now Miracle caught out, and if they can kill this Slark, now dead for 60
Spawn. Like,
just if the Lions just wrote these sequences themselves with that spawn time. And there's not a lot the business can do with the Slark now. They're even going to attempt to do anything in here either. And once they've got this, I mean, the Lions will be ready to try and power down the bottom. This is nice from Big Daddy, though, getting pushed out, so they won't be able to get that tier 2 straight away.
They might just
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
They'll certainly look for some more damage on the base. S4's actually backed up here. He wants to try and catch out Big Daddy, but Big Daddy's there quick with the reactions. Zip-zap straight back behind the tier 2 on the bottom lane. They'll start to try and push this one back out, get the final out to tier 2. And S4 now sitting on 2.8. S4's going to be able to pick himself up on this next one. Every little helps at this point in the game, and they certainly need every little thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have to at their high ground defensive play force to be enough. Because right now that's all they have to fall back on. Oh, there is a Veil now picked up by the Venom. So the Veil increases the damage that you deal by 25%, which is huge.
No one on Alliance has BKB.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
At all.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Oh, there is one BKB,
S4,
yes. Is that at 10 seconds? Oh, it's nice.
There we go.
So,
Dyer's bottom tower has fallen.
Start to
Radiant's
push. I mean,
top tower
two
is
Alliance-
under attack.
big. I mean, this just makes the push that much stronger. Offsets the AC that
Radiant's
what a
top
dark
tower
deck.
is under attack.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't even intentional, but the timing of that was still pretty damn good.
They're gonna find the tower, and they're ready to just hang around.
Radiant's top tower has
You just
fallen.
front line this against the lineup. Back up, I mean, top lane, the creep wave is starting to push in. See if anyone decides to back and try and get that one swinging back over to the side of Alliance.
I really think Alliance want to force it. I mean, they have pretty much everything they need to end the game.
Moment. So Big Daddy just caught. Spent a lot there with the points. No points. Logan Loader getting caught out. This one, Loader is ready. Could be the first death of this fight. But he's trying to frontline Flame Guard. Loader gets 4-star down to this one. Max box as well. Loader getting fairly low here. As of course, the Aegis needs to be back from round 2. The chain cross bounces a couple of times there from Ake. Here comes Loader back again. Miracle getting low, trying to shadow dance himself out of this fight. Will be able to leap away. Sleight of Fist comes down, but it's still not enough damage. BKB's pop by S4, blinks forward, gets the Lesso onto Moon now. And that's going to be a Reaper side. Finish up the 90 seconds, no buyback. Now the buyback from Mindnuts. He wants to rejoin this fight, realizing the Lions are in a very good position to keep the tempo going. There we go. Boosted travels in. Snowball now to Big Daddy. No tail. Shark back onto Miracle. He's been kept alive by the shallow grave. But Big Daddy's stuck in the middle of it all as well. He's actually going down. Yeah, he's going to kill streak before though. The kill streak with just too much stacking up.
Oh, the courier died!
Oh, that was the 8. Oh, it was the finish beyond it. So, I mean, Big Daddy's dead nonetheless. Go away! He was actually going to have something a little more than a Maelstrom. That was delivered successfully. Again, another massive fight for Alliance. 26-12, 36 minutes in. I don't know, man. It's going to be a hard one for Monkey themselves back into.
They did defend their racks, though. For now. Not to say that Alliance will just come right back and try to push it again, but for the time being, they've managed to keep their base alive, which is obvious and fitting goal here. Bulldog, though, just not caring at all. Just wants to go and hit the building.
Trying to take the racks in now with Venom leading him with the lance of his grip. Low about some time there. All the Venom answer with the shallow grave. Miracle's trying to do what he can with the right clicks, but he just can't fight through. Using guard, all the defensive builds. At times the Bulldog's got on himself.
Dyer's structures
Now
are
that's just going to be
fortified.
what I'm saying to Brax, almost certainly. Well, they've got a fortification, Ember Spirit now back in the game. Miracle's still alive. That's got the full return in 5 seconds, but that's going to be a second set of racks down.
Dire's bottom
We'll
barracks
take
have
that.
fallen.
Fabulous walks off
Dire's middle tower is under
to
attack.
regain their strength before potentially going back onto the top lane. Mega creeps 37 minutes in. This is pretty convincing performance so far from the side of the line.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what it had to be, though. In this style of lineup, if you get even a line against the Slark, against the Ember Spirit lineup, you are going to have such a bad time. Like, they're just going to run at you. Slark is so difficult to kill on his own unless you have a bad initiation. And even then, say, for instance, there's maybe 1 or 2 extra items up on that Slark right now, and the Scotty's even finished, it becomes so difficult to actually kill that hero, because he has to be lassoed into a Reaper even now, and his farm isn't what I would call stellar. Silver Edge, 1 ult, that's alright. Great, and here comes the double lasso. So I believe it's 400 range, right? The lasso targets that it can be, and then you just...
Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's 400.
Just going to be prepared for this one. S4. Still, notably, has not died yet, and neither has loaded. This has been a solid performance, 2 cores.
Yeah, I mean, poor S4 just can't get any freaking kills. Still only got 1 kill right now. It's 38 minutes in. Guy's got 16 assists to his name. He has done a lot of...
It's not too great business. This final set of racks here on the top lane. Let the courier back up in 10 seconds, so Big Daddy will finally be able to pick up the beat in beyond. The charge, S4 is open to go in, and a couple. She's just going to go for the mid lane, but it's the lasso on lasso action as the Lotus Orb was out there from... That's what just the BKB though, he's going to be alright. Leading across won't connect. Created down the top lane. Let's fall back. Just trying to chase it down here. See if we can find anyone. Moon will be able to board this off as well. Miracle. Kill S4. Going to keep himself safe. Jumps back up to the high ground. Dog loader and the gang returning to the top lane. Going to try and find these megas. They did of course find that tier 3 just now. In the mid lane, drawing Monkey Business's attention away, and Bulldog goes straight in. Red still has the poison over. They're going to want to use it here, but the bash coming out from Bulldog is getting fairly low. Slight visit from Big Daddy, still not doing an awful lot. Crit will get the poison over onto 2. Now the snowball leading in. Crit's going to get punched up by Miners. Bulldog's down his arm. But the Shadow Break is there in time. That's a triple kill for Big Daddy, bringing himself back into it, and Ake and S4 incredibly low. Okay, we'll be able to glimmer himself out. Oh, the side is a bit short, and it does get the TP out. And the defense is real, and so is the gold swing. A lot of money in XP, of course, going the way of Monkey Business after that fight. They do keep the racks alive. 5.8k gold on Big Daddy. Now the question is, does he just go for the raid?
Instead? I don't know.
A lot of money.
I mean, Rapier seems like a good choice just because of the fact that you're already double racks. Your tier 3 at the top is dead.
Courier's sending out his shot. He's going shot.
Yeah, I think Rapier is fine, honestly. I think it's a good choice. It's maybe the same thing against
I think he's gone Scardy. Yeah, he's picked up an orb.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Scardy, really? Interesting. I guess because of the fact that the Venomancer ulti is doing so much damage during these team fights, and he's also already bought Emil, it also makes him a reasonable target for putting the shield on himself. Because normally for this team, maybe you put it on the Slark, maybe you put it on... But you really wouldn't put it on yourself, right? But now if you have the Scotty, you have 2300 health, you can definitely put it on yourself and have it do things. Whereas before, you know, Ember stacking is not really that good. You wouldn't have much HP to utilize the infected to be another good shield.
And it was the double Scotty pickup, of course.
Yep. So here comes the smoke. I like this move from Monkey Business. Their lanes are pushed out, I guess, enough. I mean, they're not past the river. They still have like a minute or two, but we're gonna have to worry about defending the base and look for something.
Oh, he wants to jump down, but he's now revealed himself. The entire lineup of Monkey Business coming out to Miracle. The slides as well from Big Daddy. Lotus will be dropped onto the slide, so it's going to be very hard to take him down. Crit incredibly low here. The Shallow Break keeping him alive. will only
Double kill.
99 seconds on the sideline, next to the Reaper side there from Loda, and Bulldog continues to move in for more. Looking for Fly, Fly's got the Shallow Grave available, Moon trying to turn it, Lotus Sword onto the Night Stalker, looking to go in for Fly, but now it's decided to go for a Miracle. Oh, hello, gets the jump, gets the leash onto Bulldog. He got the damage though to bring down this Bristle. Bulldog's just going to try to stand there and fight. He's still alive. The heals from the low ground for Loda aren't quite enough though. 76 seconds for Bristleback to go down. Being a 2-for-1.
Dire structures are fortified.
Chasing for more, he's got to be a little bit careful here as there are still 4 members inside the lines of life.
Dire's middle tower is under
To
attack.
keep this fight going. He's signature rune. So it's a 2-for-1.
Dire's middle
I mean,
tower
they did lose
has
Big
fallen.
Daddy to the Reaper's side, and they
Dire's
did lose a
middle
tier
tower
4
is
as
under
well.
attack.
But without Bulldog, their base sieging potential is, I'd say, a little limited in comparison to what it would. And the other thing too is these ultis from the Venomancer are always on point. He's always hitting like 3, 4, 5 every single time. And if he didn't do that, then the damage output for the team would be just
Oh,
negative.
again, S4 loves getting a bit of a tangle with his tingles. Lasso onto Lasso with Miracle with the load of straight onto S4. They're looking for a tackle and they might just get it. Can he get himself over? Yes, he can. 4 starts over. Will get himself out. 3 minutes. The business are holding the base and they will have Daddy No-Tail back in the game in 10 seconds.
Comes the Hex. So Loda,
But there's all these Lotus Orbs on the side. And
yeah,
We've got to be careful.
I mean, we just saw what can happen, right?
They love their Maelstroms. You know, we're seeing Moon for himself here as well.
Yeah, I really like Lotus Orb as an item when you start getting to the stage where there's already a lot of single target abilities that you have to worry about. Reaper Sight, obviously you're still going to take the damage, but you know, maybe for whatever reason, Loda's low for getting Poison Overcast on him. Another smoke, they're going to scout out Roche.
He go for it. And sneak this one. He's found one of us. Bulldog, oh, he's going to tank this with the smoke, full on. Has he got the strength to live for it, or they're going to start to go in? Weaves there, gets forced up away. They're going to keep as well, keeping Bulldog safe. They do have it. Inside the monkey. Ready to go back in. Away here, the slider comes out now with the lasso. Dragging Moon out of the fight. The chain thrust is big, but the poison is also nice from Crit. Wallace is going to look for the straight TP out. He doesn't want to be a part of this fight. He's going to leave Loda and Ake all on their low overhead. Loda will get the off but again, the Shallow Grave's there in time. Crit's going to live for it. Loda loses his life now. Dead for 78 seconds. And now they might just find Minus as well. Minus will try to chase down Moon. It's just hiding him. Bell takes Minus. And Alliance losing 2 heroes in their own jungle. And they don't have an answer for it. Monkey Business with a very successful smite.
There was very little, if any, coordination in that fight from Alliance. Like, everyone was totally on different pages when it came to who do we want to attack? Are we going to Reaper the right target? Even in the world where Crit dies to that Reaper site, Loda did it out of a necessity move, right? Like, he didn't have another target because Loda dragged, moved off to the side, thought he was on the low ground, goes back up to the high ground after the lasso ends, so he's not even isolated anymore. He just pops the Lotus Orb on himself, walks away. And that, during that whole time, Miracle and Big Daddy are just going past. So when you don't get that lasso into Reaper, you can see the difference in the outcome of the team fights. And now, all of a sudden, Monkey Business, they got
Dire's
ages.
middle tower has fallen.
I mean, Monkey Business is. Let's have a look at the graph. If they turned it around at all, they are starting to swing it back round here.
He just spiked forward. He had to have had the back and forward.
Ah, he did, yeah, that was up to the neck. Now with that upgrade, anything else to add to Monkey's lineup? It's an interesting build for him. What do you make? Why do you feel he did the opt for this guy in this game rather than kind of the standard image out and get it?
I think it's because he was under so much pressure in lane. Like, they do a lot. Like, he ended up dying, I think, once or twice in that laning phase in itself. When you have a game like that, I think that for the cost, Maelstrom can give you the same amount of damage in a team fight that a Battle Fury can, as long as you're getting, like, 1 or 2 lightning procs. Plus, they did just buff it as well. It bounces more, right? No, it still bounces 4 times, never mind. So, in this case, the cost difference, obviously Battle Fury is better, or faster with it. In a fight where you're just defending and you're spamming Sleight of Fist, the lightning is
Lives now moving around as a fight. to smoke up themselves. Business darkness. Feel themselves take their up to mid lane and creeps. So you can get the jump airs. Moving in, find the thing he gets onto Miracle before the dark pack comes down. BKB spots as well. Big Daddy trying to join a camp on the side of this. Miracle getting low, but the Shallow Grave's there. Poison over to the side of the fight. The chain for advances up quickly. Reaper side from the Miracle, bringing him low. Doesn't quite bring him down. Miracle will still live with this. They'll lose Big Daddy, but he's got the Aegis. He's going to be there for round 2. And Alliance are getting pretty low here. Admiral Bulldog, full drop. They'll get the kill on Bristleback. And Ake's in a lot of trouble as well. He has got the McCabe. It's going to rub an out. He's going to go down. And Big Daddy will get loaded here as well. 3 heroes dropping on the side of Alliance. They just can't kill anyone on the side of Monkey Business. And suddenly you've got to ask yourself, Andy, how much trouble are Alliance in?
Well, they do have buyback. Dota, however, does not have buyback. And I honestly think that the Dazzle and the Venomans are actually the ones causing the most problems
They did a
right
lot
now.
then, yeah.
Because they
Radiant's
put
middle
a Grace
tower is under
onto Miracle, and it's like, okay, well, I obviously can't use Reaper's Sight on him. He tried to put it on him in a way that he would be stunned and maybe get low enough to die, but it didn't end up happening. He still had the Shadow Dance up after the fact. And crit, his ultimates are just dealing so much damage. You take these long fights against heroes like Slark and Night Stalker, highly mobile, and you're taking damage every second you're fighting because of Poison Nova. It's just too much for them right now.
And he's not even a level 16 ult. He's got another point to put in him. Gets himself past the level 15, so he's going to be even more volatile. Absolutely right. Crit's been doing a huge amount here. Max Veil.
God, when he hit 16, like you said, Jesus, the damage.
It's been a 10k swing. The XP.
Never refuse gold given.
0. There's now BKB on mine, so more BKBs coming out from the side of a line. Did Big Daddy spend his gold? We saw him on 2k gold earlier, on top of the Scardy.
He bought bots.
Oh, just the bots, okay. Spending some 2.2k. Again, S. No way, Remnant forward, Big Daddy wants to fight. Slide of Fist, Searing Chains catching on to Bulldog Miners. Now the rest of the gang turns up. They're going to run straight in for the Bristleback. Bristleback is on his way, but he doesn't get himself down the cliff. Poison Nova's going to be up in 2 seconds here. The Chain Frost bouncing between them. So in back onto Miracle. Picks himself up a dominating streak. S4 is trying to fly himself away across the tree line. Miracle with a chase down onto Lola, Lola in a lot of trouble. He's got to reap the side, but he's got no one to use it on. He tries to get it out, but Big Daddy with a slide of fist dodge. Get themselves the kill. 3 heroes down once again on the side of Alliance. This time it's only Bulldog with the buyback available.
Man, they need to do something about these fights. They need to be able to smoke, maybe find a pick or two, and then just go try to make it. Like,
I mean, look, we can see damage. 3k damage.
I know, it's Poison Nova. He hit everyone that fight with Poison Nova. All 5 heroes got hit. Every single one.
I think next time it's got to be an option. Sure.
Octarina is very good. Yeah, I mean, you could also just go for like a Shiva as a refresher or something too. Although refresher doesn't have the mana.
That's
for
true.
it.
Shivas would also be very nice in these situations because we're seeing a lot of fights where Alliance are just getting caught in choke points.
Yeah,
And just really struggling.
yeah. The thing about Octarina is Poison Nova is a 60-second cooldown, which is already like way more often than you're going to be fighting realistically anyway. Like you're not going to be taking a team fight every single minute.
Radiant's
so having
top
Octarina I
tower
feel
is
is a bit
under
redundant,
attack.
but having a Shiva's gives you a little bit more damage AoE style in the fight. And there's still like something to be said for the AoE slow on top of that, because you already got Gale, you got your Poison Sting, you get Shivas, and you can just be a gigantic nuisance. I mean, even buying like anything at this point doesn't even matter what he buys, to be honest, because as long as he gets his ult off, he's golden.
I think it's worth kind of mentioning as well that at this point of the game, Monkey Business, they've lost 2 sets of rounds for quite some time. But the way the game's going, it just does not feel like that they're having to deal with it. It seems to be no issue at all for their lineup, and consistently keeping the waves pushed out across the river and maintaining pretty good laning.
The big key points that we talked about earlier were how Alliance have to continually play from ahead, and this is the reason. Monkey Business team is just flat out stronger in 5 versus 5. If S4 does not get a lasso, and it's like a good lasso into a Reaper, for example, and you turn the fight into a 4-5. Like, that's how Alliance want to play this. But Monkey Business are not giving them the opportunity. They're smoked again.
They want to go. They're ready for the fight. Alliance are kind of split up. They're Bulldog at the moment by the HSCs, all alone, all on his own. Lotel moving in. They'll look to find the Bristleback first to start this.
Mega
So,
kill.
they will get it. Bristleback's going to go down. Moon getting low, but the Shallow Graves there. Chain Frost it's rather nicely. Crit gets off the Poison Nova, but he's getting Reaper side up, and it will be successful. The Venomounts are down, and out the 5-9 down. Big Daddy No Tail, Miracle trying to chase it. Gets the onto Lola, the jump forward from Miracle. S4. They'll take down S4. They'll take down Loader as well. Double kill for No Tail. And again, the cores all hitting the deck on the side of Alliance. They do have buybacks available. Now Miracle applying some pressure along the mid lane. Buybacks may just be forced out by the side of Alliance.
That's going to be kind of tough. That one was actually a little bit closer than the last engagement. So there was only a 1 kill difference favoring Monkey Business. And like you mentioned, there are buybacks, but for now, I think that Monkey Business has a little bit hard time going. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't realize. Alright, so he's actually just dealing a ton of damage now.
So Lincoln Sphere now on Big Daddy Squad, so it's going to be just that little bit harder to kill.
Yep.
Radiant's is going to be very hard to land on this Ember Spirit, and at this point of the game, that is the key bit for
Alright, they're actually... Are they just sacking this Minrax? In a lot of cases, when you're ahead... Okay, never mind. They're not going to sack it.
Straight in onto the moment to Slobber's come out, and the return Snowball. Bit of ball-on-ball action there with Minut's. Minut's trying to get the punch out, does get it, holds it, place Moon, and now with the Chain Frost bouncing around, Moon will go down to get the kill off the Night Stalker. He needs to get himself out of there, S4 blinking forward. That's so often Miss Miracle gets himself away with the Shadow Dance. Now see if they can get a push on themselves. There is the buyback here on the move. Alliance will probably try and do their best to abuse this and maybe try to get those looking for the last 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, you can't get overconfident right now if you're Monkey Business because your base is pretty much in shambles still. You got no tier 4s.
This is a lovely timing for Roshan as well. If they can 30 seconds and it's back up. They're going to wait for it. I mean, I guess Nice Dog's it's going to be so hard for the side of Alliance to sneak a Rosh attempt against Monkey Business.
They probably have an idea that Roshan is going to be on the table for Alliance, but without the use of the Night Stalker, it's a lot more difficult to take that fight around the Roshan because you want his ultimate for sure to restrict the vision of that, and you want to make sure that you're going to be able to see what's going on with that Aghanims. So 20 more seconds until it's alive. Seems like for now Alliance want to try to maybe look for a pick. Maybe assuming that Monkey Business would try to push out the lane, have better control, so that way they can Roshan, but here comes the spawn. This is going to be Roshan number 4, right?
It's going to be pretty damn quick. So yeah, they've got the Aegis to cheese it, and they're going to be able to get it. Monkey Business aren't going to be able to do anything about this. Moon is now back up. They are smoked as well. Looks like they were waiting and expecting Alliance to try and go for some action in the base. It's not going to be the case. Just Aegis onto Bristleback. Cheese for himself.
This is the scariest position that Monkey has been in the last like 10-15 minutes probably. All their lanes were pushed in. They just lost Roshan. And Alliance looked like they were going to push, are actually falling back. So if Monkey Business see that, they will be pretty happy and just say, okay, well we're just gonna go push the lanes a tiny bit, that's safe. Because really all they have to do is just force Alliance back once, make them either run away, like TP back to base, or win a team fight, and then they're right back to where they were a few minutes ago, where it's just you just run across the map and take team fights, knowing that we always have ways to get back, because we have Ember Spirit, highly mobile, we got bots. We can definitely defend the 2 lanes that have actually already been taken out.
Talking about being innovative, Basher here, Daddy knows how.
I mean, he's got a crap load of attack speed. Why not?
I mean, it's working out. There was kind of the period earlier on where it felt like he just wasn't doing enough damage, but now this is pretty damn scary.
It is able to do damage though, that's the thing. Like, they're actually relying on their Venomancer mostly during the mid-game to deal damage, and now of course Miracle and Big Daddy are both kind of online in terms of items, so it's not just all on him anymore, but Crit is definitely like, well, I guess it's not appropriate to say unsung hero, but this thing has been doing. He is definitely the guy for me in this game.
Someone here. This one. Love to take Moon out for a bit of a trip. Tries to get him over. Well, gets him over the cliff. Moon now. No escape. Reaper side down on him. 110 seconds now for this game to be 5 versus 4. Now next. Moving in the bash as well. Now there's the poison over. Crit does get it out. He's getting fairly low himself. Minus moving in, trying to find the kill off the Venomancer. The Shallow Grave will find just in time. Big Daddy trying to flick out over the side of this. They're getting low. The poison over ticking down. Will pop Bulldog. He's got the Aegis ready for round 2. Minus will be able to find the potential. Crit does get it there with the Ice Shards. Minus now he's going to look for Miracle. Didn't get it. No, not enough. Miracle now unstoppable as he takes down Minus on the Tusk. It's been a buyback from Crit here on the Venomancer. Line's fairly low at this point. Be careful, Big Daddy, can he catch anyone out here? He's got 0 chance of the Bulldog. Miracle gets signed up, but he has got that dark back down time. Push to be top to load of the yes, he gets the it. AK fully is now like
Double
go down.
Triple
Big Daddy gets himself a
kill.
triple kill. He does get minus there, so that's a dieback on the Tusk. Kind of feel it was worth it because that buyback from minus did secure them the kill on Miracle.
I mean, they got the kill on Miracle, but they have to force them to buy back too, right? Like, I think in order for that push to be worth it for Alliance, they have to force the cores to buy back. They get a kill on Moon at the very beginning. Keep in mind, this is fighting 4v5 from the start with Aegis and Cheese.
That's true.
And they still could not deal any base damage. To me, if I'm an Alliance fan, I'm looking at that going, that's bad news. Like, I go there with potentially, what, 6 or 7 heroes if you want to count Cheese, and I can't take brain tracks? Fighting with one hero from their team who cannot buy back and is dead at the start of the fight? That's not good.
Okay. Maybe the saving grace for Alliance. It's got a lot of money. And
somebody has a pipe.
I was gonna say, I was waiting for a pipe.
I honestly can't believe it took him this long to buy. I know pipe is one of the least purchased items in competitive play. But this is
Look at that.
this is unreal.
Well, that's not great. Well, that's strong. 5.2k gold in S4 as well. Strong enough. Yes. This game's dead. Very loud in their voice comms in this game.
Oh, the amount of yelling, dude. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
even they themselves ripped headphone users. Like, they're all deaf after this game, most likely.
Does he finish off the Abyssal there with a basher? Yeah, so does he sell the drums and look to buy something else before finishing off the basher?
I think Abyssal's still pretty good. I'm wrong, but I think you can use items while you're sliding, right? I'm pretty sure you can.
For the analysis, Andy.
I'm thinking, because I don't really play much Ember, but I'm pretty sure you can at one point. Obviously you can do some cute stuff if that's the case, but I think for now, Abyssal's good. Even going back for a pure damage item like Daedalus would be great. Because he's already got a decent amount of base damage, he attacks super fast because he has Fielder. So having a Daedalus just increases his physical damage output so much, and they have a Dazzle on there. And we also have to consider that they're fighting into things like Ice Armor too, so. Smoke here from Alliance. Pick that they're looking for. They gotta find Miracle or the Ember. Those are the two kills.
Yes, they've got to lock down, shut them down first. S4, there's been jumping straight in, Miracle in the front lines of it, pops the BKB, the poison over's nice. The BKB's not going to have a shot first, the chain from they're going to bounce in front from the top team. Fred's going to get dropped first, Big Daddy will run himself out of the fight here, moves trapped to the shots, he'll get taken out as well. Choose to follow the side of Monkey Business, they have got Slaughter on the side of the line, top of Miracle, but he's just too damn tanky, and Alliance just slowly losing health points. Big Daddy's still alive here, being hit up right, trying to walk away. Miracle's going to be the one with the clean up here, it's 3 to drop. Bulldog will get himself forced back. S4 and Bulldog still living for the time being, but Miracle, he's looking to chase now. He's going to hold back. Going to be able to find anything more. Looks like S4 and Bulldog will be lucky enough to get themselves away from the lives intact. So it's a 3-for-3 trade there. And a slight, XP wise, very inside of Alliance as they fell behind a bit, but goal just for Alliance as well. So I don't know. Does that fight mean anything, or is this just kind of resetting the position for both teams?
I think that's more like just a reset. I mean, yeah, losing the Necro kind of hurts, but Monkey Business lost their Night Stalker and their Ember Spirit, so at the end, I think it was more or less even. The biggest problem that Monkey Business have right now is that they've been double racks for a very long time, so the lanes just continually push in. Normally, when stuff like that happens, maybe Miracle can look to go across the map and try to find a pick-off with the Silver Edge, but he has to go and push out the lanes instead. So he's not able to apply any real pressure in the way of just going over to Alliance and being like, yo, you gotta deal with me. I think if one good fight happens for Monkey Business, and they're able to just take, 1 or 2 cores out, force buyback, they're gonna be in a really good spot to actually win this game. But just like that, Alliance can take one good fight, be outside of Monkey Business base, and get Megas. I mean, it's very tense right now, because at this stage, it's 62 minutes in, which means that the base dies really freaking fast if you actually lose a team fight badly. at like 4-1 or something like that. If anything crazy happens, either team can still take this.
So make sure the side of the lines. Push him back. You can see just over. Might see lines maybe hold until that happens. Just going to check out Osh.
Do they have another smoke? Yeah, the courier's following.
Just one for the team.
I know both teams are running kind of low, because when you get to this point, you're pretty much fine.
Regeneration!
Okay, we see games to get to the point a lot of the time. The Abyssal does decide to invest in that one and people in the spirit.
Yeah, I like the Abyssal choice. I think it's really solid. And because of the fact that his reactions have been on point this game, he's always very quick to react situations. You can get like a quick Abyssal on somebody, like we saw S4 get chained.
Oh, I was hoping for this, Andy.
The refresher.
4-man lasso could be coming.
God.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so now all they need to do is buff.
Oh yeah.
Buff Reaper Sights so it becomes an AoE with Aghanim's. You just get like 4.
How's Ake doing on top of the bot? Has he got anywhere near the goal for an Aghanim's on the Lich? Because I'd love to see a Lich axe as well.
His Lich bounces were actually pretty good in the last game.
They're doing a lot. I mean, the fact that these fights kind of go on at this part of the Alliance.
Oh! The Ember stop. Okay, he just came here.
Wants to go in here, maybe straight away onto Bulldog. He's going to look for Loader. There's your poison up. Next to Loader, Bulldog. Bulldog pops to the BKB. Loader gets him forced up down and out. Turning up the side of his fist. Playing up to Minus. They'll bring down the time. The bounces are nice now. Everybody. To run himself out of this one. Stop is on him, and he will be able to get himself out of this alive, but Crit might not be as good. He looks like Crit will pay for his sins on the Venomancer. There's going to be a buyback here from Loader. Loader will get himself back in towards the fight being forward from S4. Sticky napalm down here. Miracle, still pretty much on full life points. There's your sight. Moving out onto the start. Bulldog incredibly low. Needs to get himself away from these guys. 100 seconds on the clock for Loader. Ake waltzing himself around. The snap from Miracle will do the job, and you've got 3 heroes down on Alliance. S4 was looking for a bit of a wrap potentially in the mid lane, trying to do some damage to the Ancient, but now they've got to defend. No Minuts for 30 seconds, and no Necropods for over.
Alright, so a couple of things. At the start of that fight, I don't know if Minuts lagged out. What? But he just literally stopped.
Did he get Abyssal?
No, that was before.
Oh, before this.
Yeah, I'm saying before he got Abyssal. He was just standing there. Like, did not use an ability and then got Abyssal. I don't know what that was, but that was actually really bad for Alliance, because normally he gets a Sigil out, you know, he disables one of the cores for a few seconds, and that buys time for Alliance to get some damage out. But Loda was just under fire that entire time. Miracle was just going ham on him.
This is going to be a tough window. It's 50 seconds still. Just runs straight up the base, starts to go to work on the start. Big forward from S4. We're going to he lances himself. Miracle getting bashed up. Can they kill this Slav? He's getting eliminated, but the BKB just turns and fights. He starts in on the Bulldog. BKB's big one by Bulldog as well as S4. Going in with the Firefly. There's your Shallow Grave, and now the bounce is coming out with the Chain Frost. Miracle got the Shadow Dance. It starts to take now 80 seconds here for Minuts. A little bit of time now, 15 seconds, and Loader will be back up, but almost certainly lose what surprisingly is only the first set of Rex here for Alliance. 6 minutes in, they're going to be missing from their own base.
But can they fight Monkey Business out of their base? That's the problem. Like, can they actually force them out? This could be a second set going as well. Let's see a 3 to drop or to fall pretty quickly. They have got the fortification, will buy them sometime, Big Daddy. Miracle returns with a push back to the side.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Back. Slight of miss bashes. The Necro Miracle just staying resilient and hitting away at these racks. A lot of scares with this point, and he may just go back in. Bulldog's being caught out. The damage! Holy! Hold up to full. S4 forcing himself back out of this one. And Monkey Business will turn their attention back towards the racks here to flame break. From S4. On the melee racks on the bottom lane. Big Daddy's actually TPing out, but it's not the Remnant, so he's going to be ready to come back and rejoin the fight. Do Alliance really want to try and fight this one out at the base? The pings are coming out. Saying, Loader, get yourself back some. Just going for round. How many stacks of essence have we got on the stock at the moment?
18.
18, okay.
That's not crazy.
No, it's not crazy. It's a decent bit of agi.
I gotta say though, like this comeback from Asus so far has been nothing short of impressive. All on the back, or I guess lack of back, of the Venomancer.
Catch him here.
I'll take that.
Just gonna walk in. I think they want to start the fight here. As there it is. There's an angry crit. High ground Miracle and Big Daddy No-Tail are going to join forces against Roshan. 7.6k gold on the Hemisphere at the moment. Incredibly rich. Look, he's now worth 33,000 here on the man. Big Daddy No-Tail showing us that he can really put out a performance on the carry position.
I just love the way that he played this game because
The shot has fallen to the
he was
dive.
relying on the damage from the Venomancer for mid-game,
Immortality.
so all he has to do is just dance around the fight. He just continually throws out slights, and we're going for the permanite.
I was going to say Eternal Light, almost for the side of just with that pickup. Has Big Daddy spent his money? He was closing in on the 8. So
He bought something.
Illusion.
Is he in a moonshot? Is he in a moonshot?
Oh yeah, okay. So now he's gonna attack crazy paths, and the rest of his team is just gonna assume the control of Alliance's jungle while he split pushes top. The nice thing about Ember in these really late game situations, I think the really important thing is no other hero could have done what he did this game. Because he has to be a two-play once. And Ember is one of the heroes who can actually get away with just having bots and having it run out across the map, and always being able to transition back and forth. Otherwise, you need something like a Whisper or Coddle to be able to get the same effect, right? So it's crazy important when you're double racks to have a hero with that kind of mobility, and fortunately for Monkey Business, they had that in Big Daddy.
See what Monkey Business do decide to go again. Alliance into their set of racks on the bottom left. Business is spread out. Daddy trying to get the push back in on the stop one.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be crazy hard for Alliance to win a team. The thing though is you can't ever count out a team with Reapers, Reaper Aghanims, because it only takes one, right? Like you get one of the cores at a good time, and you can just walk down, and then all of a sudden you have to hope that everyone else on the side of Monkey Business has buyback, which should definitely check now. So as far as buyback, else is not very too much. Nada.
Regeneration.
They're gonna have it.
I mean, just look at the CS
He
difference.
seems to pick up from slot. He hasn't got the buyback goal, but he's got a refresher roll.
I mean, if you just keep the courier over near where you're fighting, you know, you pop one shadow dance, you kill a hero, you got another shadow dance, you kill another hero.
He's gonna be ready to go. He's actually gonna hold it. He's gonna eat the moon shards.
Yeah.
Just pick up the...
Refresher, I think, is super underfought for like a 6 or 7 slot, because having a 10-second BKB at this stage in the game is crazy strong, and I feel like Slark Shadow Dance is one of the strongest carry abilities that you can have in a late game situation, because you are actually untargetable by this particular team, because none of their abilities, like you don't have Fissure, you don't have AA Ice Blast, there's no like ground AoE, so the Shadow Dance is fully effective. There's nothing to deal with it.
So they're gonna be... So S4. Miguel. Should the S4...
Radiant's top
Has
tower
been
has
dropped.
fallen.
Change, touching onto minus and S4. Needs to move in.
Do they not have Sentries? Yeah, they do.
Out here by the bash. Coming out with the BKB, looking towards S4, looking for the Bat Rider. But more snaps don't get it. Has to be the Bat Rider down, doesn't have buyback. S4 will use that straight away.
Thanks for that.
Forced to back off here. Shows the next creep wave comes in, they'll be ready to go for round 2 here, Monkey Business.
That was no commitment at all.
Not at all, they lost nothing.
I mean, they used the BKB charge, I think, on one. That's about it, and it's a 5-second BKB, so it's going to be up real soon.
They've still got the poison over us.
And Big Daddy's just doing what he does best. He's split pushing. He's making sure all the lanes will be pushing in simultaneously, and only one hero has to do this. This is a very, very good game to be Ember. because he can just walk wherever he wants, keep the spirit there, go back when he needs to team fight, and there's not really much of an open alliance to do anything.
Yeah, 72 minutes Shadow Blade here for S4. See if we can catch anyone out with it. Well, Bulldog's getting caught out, so that's proper miracles trying to put up those SC ship stacks. Minus with the worst questions applied. Not enough. There's the second lasso here onto Big Daddy No-Tail. The Shallow Grave is out. And Minus is as well. He gets taken down. They've lost Bulldog here for nigh on 2 minutes. Courier has been fed down the mid lane. Alliance.
I think this is it. I think it's over.
Radiant's top
Mega
barracks
creeps
have
are
fallen.
out. And look at that graph. 20,000 lead for the side of Alliance turned into a 25,000 lead for the side of Monkey Business. And to just rub
Radiant's
salt into the
bottom
wounds here, it's going to be a
barracks
Satan
have
Daddy pick up by Big Daddy. I think he's just laughing at this point. He's having a great time, Big Daddy.
He's like the tankiest Ember I think I've ever seen. I mean, normally you don't see Embers make these items, but I know for a fact that even in like his personal stream and stuff, he likes the Mjolnir. He's done this in the past. That's what he's playing, so maybe we'll see if it will change him. Let's see items bought, but I mean, what else can you say? Monkey Business, man. What a disgustingly good comeback from them. Awesome performance of pretty much everyone on the team. Alliance do tap out. They call the GG. 73 minutes and 43 seconds.
Oi.
Double victory.
Monkey Business turning it around. I mean, Alliance, they were in such a strong position early on, and we've got to ask the statsmen to post stuff about that, because that was a huge swing.
Yeah, it was massive. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's going to be a 50k swing.
It was one of the biggest swings in this patch, easily. Not even just for Dreamleague, but like all games. But a couple of key points, like we talked about early, the Mancer, and him buying enough time for Mirror and Big Daddy to actually get to a point where they were relevant. Because if we look back, it seems like a long time ago because it was a 73 game. But during the laning phase, Alliance were crushing it. Like they dual racks, the tier 4s were dead inside of Monkey Business base. And they get Aegis, and they get Cheese, and they picked off Moon before the fight even started. And they still couldn't end the game.
That was when you used.
And then I was like, alright, well if you can't end the game now, how are you actually going to end the game? And it turns out they had...
I just want to know, so one of my favorite things to always look at is kind of... was Big Daddy was involved, all team 1. He really was putting in the work.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way that he played this. And again, he was kind of like that nuisance who's always in the team fight. He was really tanky because of build. He just threw out sleight of fist chains like non-stop, allowed everyone else to get damage out, and it just went together beautifully. I gotta say though, really surprising is in a 73-minute game, S4 like that.
That's true. And he only was dying at the very end, and he was the one going in every time.
Yeah.
So S4 have some very nice initiate at the end of the day. Monkey Business as a whole, just the team. I mean, boys,
everyone played well.
I'm sure our panel will break it down. That's it from myself and Andy for Game 1. We'll be back very shortly with Game 2. Don't go anywhere as we head straight up to the panel to say Game 1 between commercials, in fact. We'll give you some ads, so don't go anywhere. We want to make some money out of you guys.